Welcome to the channel. My name is Matt. I am the comedic Carpenter. On today's episode, we're talking tool bags. How many do I have? Where did I get them? Did I steal them? Stay tuned to find out. Let's start with a brief history. It's rumored that the first tool bag in history was made by a man named Sir Edward Chesterfield of Yorkshire. I think that is in England. His tool bag was fashioned, quite cleverly, from a pair of yak testicles and used to carry his increasingly dull dentistry tools. What do you think? That could work. This all happened sometime in the mid-15th century, I'm told. Now, Sir Edward was not a carpenter. He was a dentist. A damn fine one, I might add. Fast forward a few centuries to the days of what I call yesteryear. Maybe like the 40s, 50s. You really only had two options when it came to carrying tools: steel and wood. Steel, chintzy, small. Ugh. Fine for wrenches and screwdrivers. But men of real skill hadn't need of box wrenches or fishing lures. They needed to carry saws and chisels and a bunch of other stuff. So what did they do? They fashioned their own tool totes out of wood and dowels for handles. And they packed them so full they could barely carry them. Believe me, I've seen it. Look at this thing. Yep. Some fancy work there. Some holes drilled in it. Now, this would remain the case for many years. And out of this need for optimal tool transport, an industry emerged. Now, luckily, we don't live in the past. It's 1999. A new age is upon us. The age of thermoplastics, injection molding, and cheap Chinese manufacturing. Tool companies make a bundle selling you and me the latest and greatest in tool transport technology. And I eat it up. I just love it. But the truth is, at the heart of these offerings are cheaply made and poorly thought out products. They may look good in a brochure, but they're little more than an opening with pockets, lacking any real structure, function, or style. Having said all that, which was difficult for me, very difficult, I think it's time to take an abridged look at some of the tool bags and totes that I've purchased over the years in search of the perfect tool bag. Let's get started. Let's do this. Look at this. It's fishing lures. Ooh, it smells old too. It smells real old. So this is my first one. I'm kidding. I gotta know where to put this. The space is a little cramped right now. Let's get into the fun part. Way back yonder, I would have purchased something like this. I did, actually. This is the one I bought. It's a Husky that came from Home Depot. So at first glance, it's like, wow, look at all that storage. Look at that, tons of storage. Once you start putting stuff in here, you quickly realize it's not all that it's cracked up to be. You got this little center thing that comes out. That's kind of cool, right? Why? Why would you need to take this out? I don't get it. It's just a big waste of space. So you take the tool bag in, and then you had to take this out? Doesn't make any sense. So then it's kind of hard to see here. This lighting is just, I'm working on it. There's a pocket at each corner, plastic pocket. Put something in there, right? Maybe you could put a little can of WD-40 in there. Oh, yeah, that fits. And then there's 3 pockets on each side. Then on the outside, there's just a slew of pockets. It's just all pockets. Everything's a pocket. Here's some little bit storage. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's on the flap too. Bits. Tape measure clip. It's got everything, doesn't it? It's got everything you could need. And it's got this handle that like screws on. It's got these, and you could take it off. And I don't know why. Because once you lose these, and then your whole handle falls off, not a lot of real rigidity to it. Not too bad. Okay, so that's where I started. And that was basically what I used for a while. So then I went to the hard case, drawers. Right, that's cool. DeWalt T-Stack. I had like 2 of these maybe, and I never really did much with them. It's not a bad box. The problem is, I found if you stack too many of the drawers, the bottom ones start to not function properly. And this method of joining them together, this clips onto the one, this is just horseshit. It's the only way I can put it. It's terrible. I then went through a variety of hard toolboxes. Stuff like this. Masterforce, if you're familiar with Menards, then you'll know the brand. It's got like a, little compartment up top. Drawers. If you're gonna have drawers, I'll tell you this right now, you gotta learn how to organize them. and organize them well. And they can be really powerful. Okay, here's what sucks about this thing though. You gotta open the lid to get into the drawers. Absolutely stupid. Notice the filth on it? It's been sitting in storage for like 10 years. I probably have 20 other boxes like that. Similar toolboxes. Nothing worse than having a bunch of different kinds too. All different shapes and sizes. I don't recommend that. Then there's always the stuff that comes with the tools. And those plastic molded cases, I just throw them out. They're useless. Came with my Milwaukee installation drill maybe. It's kind of like semi-useful for something. But here's the problem, see. The problem emerges once you start carrying them around in a vehicle. They have no structure. They just collapse. That's the problem. No structure. Get out of here. Pissing me off. That guy's pissing me off. Don't piss me off. Got that? It's getting hot in here again. The semi-rigid bag. The gate mouth. It's got a rigid opening, which is kind of nice. But the problem with these is that you can only store something about half as tall as the bag in there, because once it closes, you know, you lose a lot of height there. So naturally, you're gonna pack it full and then not even be able to close the thing. You're never gonna close it. It's just gonna be like this. Look at this. Pockets on the side, useless. This is what I'm talking about. They stitch on some pockets and they call it a tool bag. I paid money for this. I hope it wasn't much. It better not have been. Pissed myself off. Another Master Force offering. I actually do use this one, but it's only for packing out of a job. You know, you got all that crap, all that random stuff at the end. Just goes right in there. I have one of these that's been sitting in my van for a month that I still haven't cleaned out. That's the problem with them. But it is nice to just throw everything in. It's folded flat and tucked behind my seat. And when I need it, and it holds quite a bit of crap in there. Again, there's pockets on the inside of this thing. You can't do anything with this. I paid money for this, but I do use it. You know, again, it's just random. Look at that though. It's got nice rubber feet with no structure. That good and flat. Boom, boom. I said boom. Are you hearing me? I swear you people don't listen. Are you hearing me? Don't make me use this illegally. I need a drink. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. It's good stuff. Pure water. The quest continues. I bought this. This is actually a fish, I think it's sold for fishing or something because it comes with all these Plano cases in here. But I thought, hey, that looks like a damn fine way to store some screws and various anchors and things like that. There's 5 in here. That's a lot of offering. That's a lot of space. And again, this just huge pockets. These are actually kind of useful though. Oh, look at this. See? Oh, some big old spacks. I didn't even know those were in there. So, I used this for a while. And I think this has actually been sitting outside for the last 6 months. I haven't used it in years. Oh, it's made a mess on my table. Frig! I just Febrezed this. Now, at this point, I started getting a little more serious about my tool storage. 1, because I was doing it for a living and I needed to be more efficient. And 2, I was getting a lot more tools and a lot more just random stuff, blades and all that. This is one thing I could never figure out. I had like 3 of these Bucket Boss. I think they're called the Super Roll. I had 3 or 4 of them and I kind of used them on and off. Couldn't really figure out a good use for them. They got 6 pockets of pretty good size. Pretty good size pockets. And now I have, I think 3 or 4 of these in my van, just tucked up on top of a shelf. It's been working out really well. These are all my oscillating blades in this pocket. More in this, I have a lot of those. All different kinds. And then reciprocating saw blades. More here, I think. I think jigsaw blades up here, maybe. Yeah. Finally found a good use and I'm pretty happy with them. I got dozens of bags and hard plastic cases just strewn all over the place. So when I started getting into Festool, of course, I went buck wild and bought a bunch of these sustainers. I have probably, I'm not even joking, at least a dozen. Every tool comes with a sustainer. This one was a drill. So I have those because I don't really keep them in those. And then I have the ones I bought. There's probably 15 I have just out in the shed. And I tried storing tools in this and it doesn't work. It's too clunky. They're great. I have them here in the shop. They're great. But for in the van, I store, I'll give you a van tour someday soon. I store supplies in these in the van, screws, all the little stuff. They're drawer units. They have drawer units. And then I store like my router, a couple other things that that has a lot of parts to it. But otherwise, hand tools, things I bring in the job. I don't use these. Show you what I use. So nowadays, I'm all Vito. This one, all right, I have like 7 or 8 Vito bags. It's kind of hard to know which Vito bag to buy because they have so many. This is the first one I bought. It's the Tech XL, and it's kind of more geared toward screwdrivers and pliers, not so much carpentry. So I kind of use them on and off. Like I think, hey, maybe I can use this now for something else, and I'll redo it, and then I'll stop using a different one, and I'll just kind of cycle through them. This one I haven't used in a while. It's about 6 years old. You can see tape clip. The rivet did fail, and I could have had that fixed. They have a warranty. I just never did. I think I had stopped using it at that point. But what did happen is it was on my tailgate in my truck and it fell off and I ran right over it. All my tools in it, I mean, aside from this bit of scuffing on the corner, the thing is still completely intact. I mean, I ran over it. I was like, you know, I ran over like a speed bump. And I had a multimeter in here, all sorts of stuff. No damage to anything, bags fine. I tell you, they're built like a tank. They're pretty heavy. With this big plastic base, what do you expect? They are made in China. That's the only downside, I think. Other than that, I'm a big, big fan. I have several. I got my eye on a couple more. I also have several small bags, like their little meter bags and stuff. Couldn't be happier with them. Now, we're not gonna go through that today, but I will be doing a video about all my Vito bags. It's gonna be a long one. This might be a 2-parter, might be a 3-parter, might be a trilogy. A trilogy? Imagine that. How fun would that be? See? 5-year, 0 downtime warranty. Vito. It's good stuff. What did we learn today? We learned that I spent a lot of money on tool bags and boxes and all sorts of things that I will now never do anything with. But we also learned that Vito is the best, that I'm the best. What else? What did we learn? What did we learn? We didn't learn much tonight. It's late again. This time I did eat dinner though. I ate dinner. I am satiated. I'm fine. My blood sugar's okay. We also learned that cheap tool bags don't pay. They're more hassle than they're worth. Get yourself something good. Doesn't have to be a Vito. There's other companies, I think. I highly recommend Vito, and I'm not being paid to say that. It's just clear that there's a lot of thought that goes into these bags. They don't just randomly sew pockets on. They're also super durable. And they have structure. See, that's what I like about them. They're not collapsing in on themselves. I ran this over with my truck, with tools in it, and it's fine. Well, this video is about to be over. So maybe you could give a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what's on your mind. Say something good. Don't say something stupid. I don't care if you say something mean, just don't say something stupid. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all there is. Like, subscribe, check out the description. I think that's it. I know I forgot something, but I'll just do another one. I'll just make another video. All right, I'm wrapping this up. I'm hot again. These lights throw off a lot of heat. Okay. Not used to the heat. Oh, I have a heat stroke. No chit chat this time. I got time. No chit chat. I just ate an extra large pizza. All by myself. I didn't need no one's help. 42 minutes is gonna take me a week to edit. Not another one. I'm trying to make the videos just a little shorter. But you know, there's a lot of golden content here. I can't cut out the gold. Can't cut out the